Hi, before we start our presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Jenny Tan Sok Chuan.
Hi, my name is Bibianisa Binti Felix.
Assessment is a key component of early childhood education because it helps educators understand children's developmental progress, recognize their strengths, and plan meaningful learning experience. On Monday, 17 November, our team visited Aspira Hilltop Preschool to observe and assess a group of 6-year-old children in the area of physical and social-emotional developments. The visit allowed us to interact with the children in their natural learning environments, which gave us authentic insight into how they play, communications, and engage with others. We conducted developmentally appropriate play-based activity and also made observations during the spontaneous interactions. By combining structured tasks with child-initiated play, we were able to gather meaningful evidence of each child's ability and development needs, giving us a holistic understanding of their learning behavior. During our visit, we conducted 4 key activities to observe the children's physical and social-emotional developments. First, in the natural hands, children collected items like leaf and stone to create a collage. This hand-on activity supported fine motor skill, curiosity, and cognitive abilities such as classifications, aligning with behavior that young children learn best through concrete experience. Also encourage teamwork and sensory engagements. Next, during the playground sections, we observed gross motor skills such as running, climbing, balancing, and ball plays. Outdoor plays promoted cooperations, turn takings, and problem solving give us insight into both their physical ability and social interactions. The block building activity highlighted children fine motor control, spatial awareness, and creativity. It also supported social collaborations as guided by viscosity, social cultural theory, with children sharing ideas and working together. Finally, in the emotion phase activity, children identify and express different emotions through drawing and discussions. This strengthened their self-awareness and social-emotional learning supported by adult scaffoldings. Together, this activity provided a holistic understanding of the children's developments across physical and social-emotional domains.
So this is my part. My part is about assessmental selection physical domain. For the physical domain, we decide to use the observation checklist with a Likert scale because it gives us a clear and consistent way to track children's physical development. It's not just about saying if they can do something, but also how frequently and how well they do it. Secondly, we use this tool to assess both gross motor skills like running, climbing, and jumping, as well as fine motor skill for the children like drawing or 3D. It also helps us as a teacher to understand how children work in groups, whether they can move in sync, follow group activities, or take turns. So what importance is that this tool is supported by major theories like, for example, Piaget remind us that children learn best through physical exploration. Through Vygotsky also emphasizes the value of guided support. And Goleman are also focused on emotional control, and Cassell also highlight the importance of social skills. So overall of this assessment or selection, this tool help us collect both numbers and observation, so we get a complete picture of each child. With this, we can plan their learning journey more effectively and build strong, useful portfolio.
In cooperative activity, the aim is expected to build stronger coordination, confidence, and social engagement. For student 2, Nohasha, her development is consistently strong. She demonstrates excellent gross motor skill with a score of 46, moving with a balance, agility, and confidence in a variety of physical tasks. Her fine motor skills are also well developed, score 42, as she shows precision in writing, drawing, and play cooperatively, adjust her movement to peer, and display strong social awareness. Overall, she is confident, engaged, and high competence across all domains. Student 3, Zimlaw, show developing gross motor and social movement skill with score of 32 and 28. While he can run, jump, climb, he sometimes hesitates to participate in active play and may lose balance during more complex tasks. His fine motor skills, however, are progressing well at 40, as he can complete drilling, cutting, and puzzle activity with growing control. His group coordination score at 41 show promise. He participates willingly, follow instructions, and synchronize movement with peers. He benefits from guidance. With support and consistent exposure to physical and cooperative activity, Zim is building confidence and improving his coordinations. And finally, student 4, Deepika, demonstrates strong ability across all areas. She shows well-developed gross motor skill with a score of 41, moving confidently and adjusting her speed and directions with good spatial awareness. Her fine motor score of 43 reflects precise control in drawing, puzzles, drilling, and other detailed tasks. She excels in group coordinations with a high score of 45, participating enthusiastically and synchronizing her movement effectively with peers. Her social movement skills are also strong at 44, as she navigates shared space confidently, respond well to group dynamics, and show emerging leadership qualities. Overall, the findings show diverse developmental profile, highlighting individual strengths and area for continued support across the 4 children.
For the assessment tool selection, we are not only use a physical domain, but we are also use social domain assessment tool selection. For the social domain, we choose the observation checklist with a Likert score because it's a reliable and consistent method that fits well with children's developmental stage. It doesn't just show us what behaviors happen, but also how often and how well they occur. So, secondly, this tool helps us observe a few key areas. First, we look at self-regulation and emotional skills, such as how children manage their feelings and control their impulses. Then, we are also focused on social interaction, how they cooperate and show empathy or take turns. And so, we also pay attention to how they respond to challenge and how well they work with peers. So, this approach is supported by important theories. For example, Goleman also talk about emotional intelligence and regulation. And not only that, Castle are also focused on social awareness and decision making. And Piaget and Vygotsky are also both highlight how children learn best through play, interaction, and other support. And the overall of this tool is give us a teacher well-rounded view of each child's social and emotional growth. It also helps us plan better intervention and build useful portfolios to track their development.
Our social emotional assessment focuses on 2 areas: self-regulations and emotions, and social interactions. The one, Zaim is still developing in both areas. He scored 27 in self-regulations and 25 in social interactions. Zaim can express her feeling but struggle when tasks become challenging, sometimes showing impatience or withdrawing. Socially, he is hesitant to join group activity and find it difficult to initiate interactions. With consistent guidance, modeling, and small group activity, Zaim is expected to gradually build confidence, emotional control, and peer engagement. Student 2, Nohasha, show highly advanced social emotional skill. She scored 46 in self-regulations and 44 in social interaction. She managed her emotion calmly, use effective coping strategy, and maintain focus even during complex tasks. Socially, she communicates confidently, collaborate well with peers, and often encourage classmates. Her emotional maturity and leadership quality contribute positively to group activity and the overall classroom environment. Student 3, Zim, demonstrate developing skill with score of 36 in self-regulations and 37 in social interactions. He can express his emotions but may become impulsive or discouraged during difficult tasks. Socially, he interacts well in small group, but sometimes hesitates in larger settings. With a structured support and repeated practice in cooperative play, Zim is expected to improve his emotional control, confidence, and communications with peers. Student 4, Deepika, show calm and thoughtful behaviors. She scored 32 in self-regulations and 39 in social interactions. She managed her emotions reasonably well, but may struggle when faced with unexpected challenges. Socially, she is reserved and prefers to observe before joining activity, though she interacts effectively in smaller groups. With encouragements and guided opportunity to participate, she is likely to grow in confidence and social independence. Overall, the student demonstrates very social, emotional profile with clear strengths and area for continued developments. Supportive guidance, consistent routines, and opportunity for cooperative play will help all 4 children progress further.
So this is for our communication method part. We focus on creating strong, meaningful connection between teachers, children, and families. The main aim is to support both of the children, like emotional well-being and developmental growth for children. We use 4 key approaches for this communication method part. The first one is face-to-face communication. This is include conversation during pick-up, drop-off, or parent-teachers meetings. It allows for a real-time interaction, but we can build trust and give direct feedback. It also helps parents understand their child's behavior and progress better. For the second one is written communication. We provide written notes, learning stories, or progress reports. These are often adapted to fit the family's culture or language to ensure clear understanding and inclusion. It's a way to keep parents informed even when face-to-face is not possible. For the third part, digital communication tools like for the third part is digital communication. Tools like messaging apps, emails, and photos are used to keep regular updates. Parents receive quick snapshots of what their child's doing at school. It also allows for two-way communication where parents can respond and ask questions. 4 is a cultural responsive communication. We respect each family's background. This means we consider their value, beliefs, and preferred way of communication. For example, we may adjust our tone or approach when talking with families from different cultural groups, such as Indian, Chinese, Malay, or African communities. The outcome of these approaches is powerful. They help to build trust, encourage collaboration, and involve families more deeply in their children's learning journey at home and in school.
Our communication strategy aligns with KSPK standards, which emphasize holistic development and strong family involvement across diverse cultural backgrounds. For each child, we focus on identifying challenges, teacher strategy, suggested activity, and ways parents can support developments at home. For student 1, Zain challenges is avoid group work and hesitating during outdoor activity. For support him, teacher will begin with small, low-pressure interactions such as a pair activity, guided modeling of social behaviors, and positive reinforcement. Activity like simple drawing tasks, matching games, nature walks, and non-competitive ball play help him build confidence gradually. Parents can reinforce through daily outdoor routines and cooperative play with sibling or cousin. For student 2, Noor Hasha, the plan focuses on extending her strength in leadership, collaborations, and emotional maturity. Teacher will provide opportunity for her to lead small groups, mentor peers, and participate in collaborative activities such as team games, art project, and nature explorations. Her progress is monitored through observation and portfolio entries. At home, parents can support her by involving her in group-based family activity and acknowledging her positive social behavior. For student 3, Jim, the goal is to help him feel more confidence in outdoor settings. Teacher will introduce outdoor tasks gradually, beginning with a simple activity and giving him choice to avoid pressure. Pairing him with a supportive peer help motivate him. Suggested activity include scavenger hunts, outdoor arts, and short nature walks. Parents can encourage him with a easy outdoor routine such as watering plants, feeding pets, or evening walks, while offering praise for efforts. For student 4's Deepika, she's very quiet but steadily growing in confidence. Small group activity help her feel comfortable sharing ideas. Teachers support her by giving simple leadership role like organizing materials or presenting group ideas. She participates well in partner tasks and team games when encouraged. Parents and teachers can continue providing guided interactions such as think, pair, share, and structures discussions to help her strengthen communications and confidence. Overall, this targeted culturally responsive strategy, consistent support across home and school, helping each child progress in both physical and social-emotional developments.
In our conclusion, starting with the physical domain, Nurhasha is really good. She has strong motor skills and feels confident doing activities along with the group, her friends. Deepika is also good physically but tends to be quieter and more reserved when in group activities. Jimlo is still developing his motor skills and prefers to work on his own activities. He feels a bit unsure when doing group tasks. Meanwhile, Zain is still building his physical skill but often avoid group challenge and needs some extra help to improve. For the social and emotional side, Nurhasha stands out because she manages her emotions well, shows empathy, takes on leadership roles, and interacts confidently with others. Deepika is calm and reflective, and she is slowly becoming more confident when working with small groups. Jimlo is still learning to control his emotions and improve social skills, so he needs some guidance. Finally, Zaim is at an early stage of social and emotional development and requires support to build his confidence and engage more with his peers. Overall, this observation helps us understand their strengths and areas that need support. It also reminds us how important it is to provide a safe, inclusive, and supportive learning environment that fits each child's individual pace and personality. This is plotted in our appendix, highlight the real-life moments and learning experience we observed throughout our practicum. You can see the children actively engaging in both indoor and outdoor activities. First, the shared classroom thus to free play in the ground. This moment help us evaluate their physical, social, and emotional development. They also reflect their strong collaboration between teachers and children, as well as the joyful, supportive environment that nurtures learning. Each image supports our assessment findings and showcases how theory is applied in real setting. Thank you.